Hi everyone, it's Christy with New Beginnings Dog Training. I'm in Eastern Pennsylvania. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a subject that I have heard quite a number of times. In fact, a lot of times when I hear it, it's often on a forum where people are discussing dogs and behavior and so forth. And one of the things that I hear, people will say there are not bad dogs, there are bad owners. Really? I've met some pretty bad dogs who are owned by some pretty nice people. So to say that there aren't bad dogs, only bad owners, I don't agree with that at all. In fact, here's what I find often happens. People have a dog and it's a puppy and it likes other people and it likes other dogs, and then according to them, all of a sudden one day it just decided it no longer liked other dogs, and now they have a problem with walking it. And my first question to them really is, okay, so when did that happen? And generally I find that it happened when the dog was turning from an adolescent to an adult, and the dog suddenly the switch turned and it decided it no longer liked other dogs. I'm sure there were warning signs. I just think that oftentimes people don't recognize the warning signs. Maybe it was fall and they went into winter, the dog became an adult, it didn't get out, it didn't get walks, it didn't get socialized, and now it's an adult and it sees dogs and it no longer really likes dogs. It wants to live in its house with its owners and nobody else. You know, that's more often the case. It's not a question that the owners are bad. I think the owners are just a little uninformed as to the warning signs of what can happen to a dog if you don't keep it well socialized, or if it doesn't learn that dogs' minds change as they grow into an adult. And many dogs stay very, very friendly, but many dogs don't. And I see it all the time. So I get kind of, aggravated when I hear that statement, because I think that's a very unfair statement. We don't know the breeding of a lot of dogs these days. A lot of dogs are rescues, and we have no idea anything about their background. I think in many cases, backyard breeders will breed anything. They'll breed aggressive dog to aggressive dog, and you have puppies, and that certainly means that there is a natural inclination for aggression. That doesn't mean you can't supersede the events that may happen, but it certainly tells you that there is that possibility that a puppy from two aggressive dogs could possibly be aggressive itself. So that's one of the things that sometimes kind of aggravates me when I hear that statement. I guess the other thing that I hear often is, especially when it has to do with rescues, people will often say, well, if you just love the dog, it will be fine. No, that's not true either. You should love your dog, absolutely, but love will not fix behavior problems. I've seen, again, many people who dearly love their dogs, but they can't walk them, or they can't let them outside. Oh, this is a famous one that I've seen. When I talk to people about walking their dog, they say they walk their dog at 11 o'clock when nobody's outside, because they can't take their dog outside, because if the dog sees another dog, it just goes crazy. So they love their dogs, but their loving the dog doesn't fix the behavior. So that too is a very false statement. As far as love will not necessarily fix problems in dogs. It certainly can't help. Can't hurt. We all want everyone to love their dog, but nothing is going to change the way the behavior is unless you get it trained. So love your dog and train your dog. That's one of the things I always say. It has to be both ways. It can't just be loving your dog and hoping things will go away. Aggression in dogs doesn't get better, it gets worse. So that's just my 2 cents. some of you may have some other opinions about that, but think about some of the things that I said, that dogs become aggressive for a number of different reasons. They may have gone to daycare and they got accosted. They may have gone to a dog park and been beat up on. We have to be advocates for our dogs, so that's the best way. I'm not a big fan of dog parks, because in fact I went to one recently to observe, and I had a dog on the outside that I was trying to desensitize and see what the reaction would be. And I have to tell you, some of the things that I saw at the dog park was, whoa, people getting out of cars with dogs on flexi leashes that were all the way at the end of their flexi leash, and a young dog in one of the areas eating poop. It's really infested with bad behavior and lots of perhaps feces that are infected and so forth. So I would certainly rethink that idea. Find a friend that has a friendly dog and get your dogs to play together if that's what is a concern to you, or teach your dog how to play fetch and take it somewhere where you can play fetch with it. It's really more about your dog getting exercise rather than they're having to play with another dog. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for the day. Hope you all have a good day.